everybody. Welcome to Brave Talk. This is Wade.
I'm Bree.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Andy.
All right, so let's talk some movies.
I think we should talk about vampire movies first.
Ooh. Are they your favorite? Or do you have a specific favorite genre?
I'm more into like older movies, but
Good horror.
I love vampire movies.
yeah.
Old horror movies. So
I like
good.
I like Twilight as a movie, but I think The Vampire Diaries is better.
I think everybody knows
Twilight's
who
just
Vampire
funny.
Diaries are.
I never watched Vampire Diaries. I did watch Twilight, though.
I've never
Me
seen
and
either.
Wade are on the third movie.
What?
Of
Yeah,
Twilight.
we're rewatching Twilight right
we
now.
love it so
It's
much.
so cringy.
I watched
So
Twilight
good.
a lot. I read the books too. I don't like the books that much. Eclipse is boring, but whatever.
It's alright.
Anyways, I've heard about I Am Legend, but I have no clue what it is.
I've never watched it.
So, I Am Legend is basically about... I don't even remember what his name is, but it's about a dude, like in a post-apocalyptic... I don't know if it's about vampires or if it's more about zombies, but it's basically like zombies and vampires they're nocturnal like creatures. So the guy goes out and it's just following him in an abandoned city, just him living on his own.
Is his name Legend?
No, he
That's
is a
crazy.
legend because he lives by
Oh,
himself.
he's a legend. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Is he like the last in the world?
Yeah, he's like the last person. And then I think they stumble upon like a research facility later on in the movie. I don't remember it too well, but I just remember that part and it being really good.
I'd be terrified. That reminds me of that one video game, Goat Simulator, where you're like the last goat.
Go Simulate. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Good.
If you've ever watched Vampire Diaries, the originals and Legacies, it's tied into that. Legacies is about... oh, shoot, I just forgot. Anyways, the originals, Klaus and Haley, they get together and they have a baby. And then the Legacies, that's all about Hope, the child that they have. And she is a vampire, werewolf, and a witch. So she's a tribrid. She's the most powerful supernatural being.
With everything.
Cannot be killed.
Can't be killed either. She's broken.
She's broken.
She is. She's busted.
Nah, does she die?
No, she doesn't die. She can't die.
Well, there's no point.
There's
no she's in an
there's no
original-
conflict.
She's an original vampire from her dad, so
'Cause
she
her
can't
dad's
die.
Well, there's no
Dad's an original.
There's no conflict if she can't die.
She fights
There
monsters. Malivore is like trying to take her out.
Yeah,
and
but there's
stuff.
no like fear factor. That's usually how the whole how.
Well, here's the thing. In Vampire Diaries, it starts off in Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries are Stefan and Damon and Elena and Bonnie. Bonnie's a witch. Damon, Stefan, and Elena are all vampires. They all have doppelgangers and whatnot. And then they meet this original vampire from, like, the, back before, like, BC. And he is the original. And they can only die by one thing, and that's a white oak stake.
Yep.
And then he has a kid with a werewolf. And he is a vampire werewolf. And then she's a witch or something. I don't know. But then they end up being
Haley?
tribrid. And yeah, she can't die. Whatever.
Haley is a full-blooded alpha werewolf, and she's turned into a vampire, a hybrid by Klaus.
Alpha?
Alpha werewolf. That's what it said. She's a crescent alpha wolf. That's her. What is it? What's it called? Pack. So I don't know. I don't really like Haley that much.
What are your guys... Wade, what's your other favorite movies?
Yeah.
My other favorite?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's an old one, and they just made a remake of it. It's Blade Runner.
Is that like Maze Runner?
No,
Oh.
it's
Dang it.
like I think it takes place in 2049, and it's
Ooh.
basically like a future, like really really futuristic version, and it's about this dude that is trying to figure out if he's really a robot or if he's really a human, and he just like goes around and is trying to figure it out.
That
I feel like
sounds
that would
kind of
make
cool.
me question my humanity.
And it's
like,
so
why-
good.
Right.
It's so good.
How is it like long? Or is
It's such a long. I think it's like almost 2.5 hours.
Ooh,
You know what makes
I don't
you
have that.
question
I didn't
Nah.
know you had the attention span of 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Listen,
That's what I'm saying.
it's only that movie.
A movie that makes me question my humanity is Barbie, and I don't know why.
That's
It's
so
because,
weird.
Oh
like,
my
Yeah.
god!
I don't know. What if I'm a Barbie? Getting
You
control?
could be
Me
very
and
well.
me and Wade watched Barbie in the
I
movie
almost
theater.
cried.
Have you watched Barbie, Alexis?
Oh yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
I didn't like.
Okay.
It was okay. Ryan
was
Gosling
crying.
carried it though.
Oh, Ryan Gosling did carry.
Ryan Gosling.
It is not a kids show. Just to a kids movie.
Yeah,
just to
it's
let you
like-
know.
Don't take your kids. That's what we're
don't
saying.
know.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
Yeah.
kids in the movie theater, and I was like, these parents do not know what this is about.
Well, when you're a kid, you kind of like block out all the stuff, and you kind of.
It's kind of like
focus on-
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like it was that
Like, if
bad
you-
because none of the kids would have understood any
Yeah,
of it.
none of the
right.
kids really would have understood
Like
it,
I
but it was
rewatch
still really funny.
Yeah, I rewatch movies that I like saw as a kid.
You realize how inappropriate they are.
No,
or stuff
yeah,
that has
because
happened.
I watched Hook with Robin Williams as a kid, and there's a scene where Hook puts a gun in his mouth, and it's like,
Oh my god.
my
yeah,
God.
it was like I was like, I don't remember this part.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, some more movies.
Reminding me of kids movies. There's
Puss in Boots.
Puss
oh
in
my god, I
Boots.
love that.
I just watched the new one not too long ago.
You gotta love
The
that.
new one actually is like has some depth into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does for sure.
I like that. I've not seen the original.
You haven't seen the original?
I've
No?
seen the original, like,
good.
but I look back at it, I'm like, wow, the quality was bad.
Yeah,
was
like
horrible.
comparing the old one compared to the new one.
Yeah. The Princess and the Frog, I loved that movie. I wanted to be Tiana so bad.
I never really watched
You
that.
never watched it?
I like
Not
her
really.
beignets. I went to Disney.
Oh, I
and I
wanted
got
to
the
always try those.
beignets. And they're really good.
The Lego movie.
I haven't seen that. I play the Lego video games.
I don't like
good.
Legos at all. I just
I do
don't.
like
I'm
Legos.
not
Okay,
into-
so I watched it in like, I don't know, like 2019.
That's crazy.
But I watched it and I was like, oh, that was a silly movie. I rewatched it, and like we said before, there were deeper themes that I didn't remember. I rewatched it, I cried my eyes out because it has like a deeper meaning and it has like symbolism in it for like the characters and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna reveal it because it's kind of a plot twist.
For the Lego movie.
Yeah, but it's so like it's funny. It has a sense of humor, but at the end, it kind of gut punches you for whatever reason.
I watched Shrek on Netflix one time because I was babysitting and I was like, well, they might like it. I remember watching this when I was a kid, and I don't know why, but it was scary.
Scary.
When the donkey tries to eat waffles,
Oh,
you know when he gets
yeah.
and then he gets trapped underground by the sewer tank. I used to think that I was gonna get eaten up by the sewer tank if I went like and stand on it.
It'll
But
be okay. It didn't happen. You're still here, so that's good.
yeah,
Shrek the
I would
musical?
never.
Oh,
don't
that
know.
would no.
Oh my gosh,
Shrek,
I
I
love
think.
Shrek the musical.
Oh my god. Maybe the school should invest into that.
That sounds
Wait,
terrifying.
Oh my god, it'll be so good. A guy dressed like all green.
Wait, are you
He's
gonna
like,
be
I
Shrek?
could be Shrek.
Wait,
yeah.
if you
Good.
could be Shrek, I
I
could be
could totally
Fiona.
be
That'd be so
Shrek.
cool.
Let's do a Batman not musical play, like a play.
musical?
Like someone just dresses up as Batman and
Yeah,
puts like the
that'd be funny.
Batman spotlight on him.
You'd be Robin. I'd make
What
a
a-
good Robin.
Yeah.
I
What?
haven't. I don't know who Robin is. Like I watched.
You never? You
I
don't know
watched
who Robin is?
Batman, like the Robert Pattinson version, but I have not watched like the cartoon ones and stuff. Like I've
Yeah.
seen little kids like it, but I haven't.
What's your favorite Batman movie out of all of them?
I've only seen one.
I've never watched Batman
I'm not really into Batman, but
the
I mean,
live action or the cartoons or just like in general?
in general.
Really?
I think it's funny the live action who plays him.
Oh my gosh, the live action. Have you guys seen the
Robert
new, like the new Batman? The one that was like 2.5 hours?
The
Yeah,
Robert
right, no.
Pattinson one, I can
So
only
bad.
see Edward.
Oh, it was so bad. Yeah, I
Oh
can
my
only
gosh.
see Edward in that.
He's like Edward.
Now we're
just
back to
goes
Twilight.
Edward
Yeah.
Oh my
goes
goodness.
to Twilight. Goes to Twilight. Goes to Gotham. Just
Yeah. What
has
about
a
TV
fun
shows?
little time.
you guys
The Good
watch?
Place on Netflix, best show I've ever watched. Like
Oh my gosh.
it was one of those shows like that you finish and you're like, what do I do with my life now that it's done?
Yeah.
Because it's not long, but it was like I had such a connection with the characters that I'm like, well, what? And it like I cried again. I cried so hard.
You have a
The
big heart,
the-
yeah.
the two movies I cried, pieces of media I cried over was Lego Movie and The Good Place. The Good Place is a lot of character development.
Yeah.
And it's a big plot twist
Yeah,
in
I
the
love
first
that
season.
show.
I've never
honestly.
watched
You've
it.
seen
I've
it?
wanted to see it though.
Oh my
I
gosh.
called that plot twist. Like
You
the
called
biggest.
it?
I called
So
it.
did he. I was so
Yeah.
mad. He was like, we were on the last episode, and he's like, what if this happens? I was like, no,
And then it
don't.
did.
And then it did. So
gosh.
upsetting.
Called it.
Grey's Anatomy is good. I've watched all of the seasons. The new season is probably the best season, I would say, out of all of them.
I just can't watch surgeries and
I think it's so
17
interesting.
seasons or 19 seasons of it. I cannot do it.
I love
It seems like
watching
such
that.
a mom show. Like, that's something my mom
my
like,
mom watches that
watched,
with me.
so-
McDreamy,
My
though.
mom watches Shameless.
Who hasn't watched Shameless? Shameless
Me.
is okay.
That's my mom watches Shameless, too.
But we won't, yeah. It's not appropriate for really the younger crowd, but it's
I
okay.
heard the only thing, like the intro that they do. They're like, you probably don't like us because we're from downtown.
Oh, yeah, they're, like, super hateful,
so
like, for the
bad.
recaps. Like, if you, like, missed a
Oh,
week or
yeah.
something, they do, like,
It's
a
like-
really hateful thing, like...
Yeah, I
I
see
do
this-
miss.
Like, you should have watched it.
I watch it on TikTok.
Why aren't you? It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's
your
like, you
favorite-
missed,
Sorry.
like, you don't get to figure it out. Like, that
No.
sucks
Yeah.
for you.
Who's your favorite character in Shameless?
Shameless.
Never watched it.
The
Never
dad,
watched
I
it.
can't think of his
I like
name.
Frank
Frank?
Boy Carl.
Frank, yeah.
I
Frank
watched
Gaffney.
it all on TikTok, dude. I could
I love
pick a
Frank.
favorite right now. I'm gonna say
I love Fiona. I just love her
Fiona,
dynamic and
yeah.
everything.
I like that one girl. She was like I can't think of her name.
I know her face. I don't know.
She's friends with Fiona. She lived in the house for a
Isn't
while.
she a red
Veronica?
redhead? Or no?
Not the redhead.
Not the
Not
redhead.
not the
sucks.
redhead. There's this one girl who's really mean to her, and she like slammed her hand on the table. She's like, "What did she say?" And she got up and she was like trying to throw hands at her.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I
well.
think you're talking about Kevin's like girlfriend person
Kevin's
that comes
girlfriend.
back.
Yes, yeah, and she got pregnant. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I like her. Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you haven't seen any of these shows that we talked about, then go ahead and check them out. And also check us out on Brave Talk. See ya.